Hello, Potato. Welcome to Weekend Magic for May the 7th, 2022. And it's been quite the week this week. Lots of stuff going on. We had Star Wars Day. We had Cinco de Mayo. We had the second release in Mickey Mouse, the main attraction. And today, assuming you're watching this the day it comes out, today is Free Comic Book Day. So when you're done watching this video, head out to your local comic book shop, get yourself a free comic or two, and hey, buy something while you're there. Support your local comic shop. Because that's what I'm going to do as soon as I'm done with this. So if you follow me on Instagram at Void of Intelligence, you will have seen that last Sunday for May the 1st, I lined up quite early outside my local Lego store, very reminiscent of the old Disney store days, indeed right across from the old Disney store. And last year I showed up I think about 90 minutes before opening and ended up there until like afternoon, so about 2 hours after the store opened. So I figured this year, rather than showing up at 90 minutes early and waiting 2 hours after they open to even get inside, I'll show up 3 hours early, do all the waiting before they open, and get in good and early, and it worked. I was the sixth person in, a fourth group, because two of the other groups were couples, like a mother and child, or mother and son. He wasn't a child, he was like in his teens at least, and what appeared to be a couple. And then a gentleman who was, pretty sure, mostly a reseller on top of being a collector. But yeah, I was part of the first group in, so everything they had, I had access to. And the big thing was the Luke Skywalker sand speeder, and I didn't want that because I don't collect the UCS stuff. What I wanted were the giveaways. What I left with was this bag of goodies. So, I figured this week, we would do kind of a Star Wars Day haul part 1, the Lego store part of the Star Wars Day haul, mostly because the other stuff, the ShopDisney stuff, hasn't arrived yet because I just ordered it on Wednesday, and indeed it just actually shipped yesterday, so I don't know if next week will be Star Wars Day part 2, the ShopDisney haul, or it'll be Mickey Mouse main attraction part 2, Pirates of the Caribbean. Because theoretically, they should both show up before I record next week's episode. But the next 2 weeks are probably going to be one of those and then the other. But this week, let's look at the Lego stuff, the stuff from the Lego store. So there were actually 3 levels of freebie items. There was like at $40, you got this little ATST build. At, I think it was $70 if you were a VIP member, and why wouldn't you be? You got a Beskar keychain, and at the $160 level, kind of a big buy-in, but not hard to get to, especially if you're buying that land speeder, because I think it was like 170, or is 170. I mean, it's like not out of production. It just may be sold out as of this recording. You got a nice little build kit. So let's look at what all I ended up buying, which wasn't a whole lot. This shouldn't be a very long video. So we'll start off with actually the thing that's not Star Wars, but it's something that came out on the 1st as well, and I picked it up for my wife, so we won't be seeing a video of it on this channel, very likely, because she does actually build these herself, and probably see some pictures of it maybe on the Instagram, but not on the channel, and that is this. The new Botanical Collection Succulents. It's kit 10309, it's 771 pieces, and I think it was $50. They had this, and they also had just released I think it was the Orchid is the other one, which was the same price. And, it was a surprise. Because my wife didn't go with me to stand in line. I was all by myself on this one. But I wasn't sure which one to get her, because eventually she's going to get both. But I figured, which one should we get first? And honestly, I think this is cooler than the Orchid. I think having, like half a dozen little mini succulents is cooler just on the surface than one big orchid. So, yeah, I picked her out this one. I think it was a good choice. And I will have to give it back to her after I'm done recording this so that she can build it. I mean, she hasn't been waiting all week to build it. She just wasn't going to build it. I actually suggested she build it last weekend, but she didn't. So it's still in the box, and here it is. And these actually do get built. I've posted pictures before of her other botanical stuff. She has like the big bouquet. She has the tulips, the roses, and the sunflower. She wasn't interested in the birds of paradise, and I think at some point we will have to get the bonsai, and of course the orchid as well. But for now, this will be her next one to build. It's a nice little looking set for ages 18 and up, not because it's age inappropriate, just because this isn't for children. I mean, this isn't really a play with kid, is it? It's more of the kind of stuff you put up on a shelf and look at, which is kind of a theme in this year's Star Wars Day haul, I think, because that's what I bought. I bought kits that are meant to be put up on a shelf and looked at, mostly because they didn't have the clone tank, which I did want, but they didn't receive any, I guess, or it was sold out. Well, it couldn't have been sold out because I was literally like the fourth person in the store. They didn't, I guess, receive any for Star Wars Day. But they did receive the other diorama kits. So that's what I picked up, including this one right here, Kit 75330, the 1,000-piece Dagobah Jedi Training Diorama. Do or do not. There is no try. Yeah, but I wasn't super impressed. My wife was more impressed with this one, I think, than I was. I mean, it is cool. And I mean, that's kind of a nice feature. The X-Wing wing sticking up out of the swamp. Got like a nice dirty R2, which I don't have a dirty R2. We got training Luke, which I feel like I may have a minifigure dressed like that. Because I think I may have another, like a Yoda's house kit that I've never put together. That's more view of it on the back. And see, I mentioned a couple times. I think I mentioned back with the Brothor set and with the Luke Skywalker and the Death Trooper set that they were kind of getting more into these kits that were clearly meant to be shelf displays. The Darth Vader Meditation Chamber is another one. And yeah, I was right, because I mean they're making like literal just shelf dioramas now. I think the Darth Vader kit had kind of this thing going on along the edges too. So that's, you know, if you're going to make stuff for adults, why not make more stuff? And also things like even the Seinfeld set, the Friends sets, the Big Bang Theory set. I mean, these are all ones that are clearly meant to just go up on a shelf and be admired to show your fandom. And yeah, this should be a nice one to build. I think this one's a little bit more expensive than the other ones, because I think it's also a little bit more in the piece count. I think the other two dioramas are a little smaller. And I only got one of them, and I only tend to get one of them. I don't tend to get the other one because it's not minifigure scale. So the other one I did buy was Kit 75339, the 802-piece Death Star Trash Compactor. This is actually the one I like the most out of these dioramas, because I always liked the Trash Compactor sequence when I was a kid. It's a cool sequence. You get like 4 minifigures in here. Get Stormtrooper Luke and Han, you got classic Leia, you got Chewie, you've got that piece that we now know the name for because it's part of a Naboo starfighter, but I don't remember what it is. But at least we know it's got a name. And we even know what it's for. It's used in fighter craft. Now what's this one? One thing's for sure, we're all gonna be a lot thinner. Yeah, kind of the same thing going on with the edges on it. Anything on the back? I think also that's cool, that it actually does compact, which leads me to believe, though, that all the refuse in it is going to be loose, which, you know, definitely be careful putting it up on that shelf then, because that's probably all going to fall out. But yeah, but one of these is very likely going to be tomorrow's video. I haven't decided which, but I think it's probably going to be the trash compactor. Which means now that's all I bought. That's the things I bought. And of course this didn't count towards any of the freebies. They had like a flower giveaway, but it's if you buy friend stuff, not botanical stuff. So yeah, so this didn't count towards the freebies, only these two did, but they were together enough, like I think one was like 70 and one was 80, and that was enough to put us over the top to get all the freebies. So let's take a look at those, because that should be all that's left in this bag. Oh, and of course the receipts in there too. So at that $40 level, you got this, Kit 30495, the ATST. And let's be honest, let's all be honest here. You're probably thinking it too. This is a bit crap. Yeah, if this was the only giveaway, I would have skipped it. This is not impressive. I would much rather have had something with a minifigure in it or something than this. I don't know that I'll ever build it. It's 79 pieces. I mean, and it's frankly, I mean, I don't think it looks even as good as that 20-year-old version that I've showed in the past when I built the Hoth ATST. Yeah, this is not impressive. This is not the thing. But again, this is, I think, for kids. I mean, this is for ages 6 and up. So this is for, you know, you bring the child in and you buy them a small, well, smallish, 40 bucks isn't exactly a small set, a smallish set, so they get this little freebie. But for adults, that's not the deal. The deal really is the other two. And really, for me, honestly, the second one is the one that I wanted the most. I mean, I do like the third one, but this is the one that, you know, I really wanted to make sure I got. And of course, if the box looks familiar, it's somewhat similar to our rather dusty, actually, old Han and Carbonite keychain, which if you haven't seen before, I've shown it before, but if you haven't seen it, there it is. It's very nice. It's from 2 or 3 years ago, I think now. I think, is it pre-pandemic? I don't know if this is before the pandemic or during the pandemic, but it's one that I didn't know that they actually had until I went in the store. And I said, you know, if you buy like $5 more in Star Wars Lego, you can get one of these. So I went and bought like $20 more in Star Wars Lego because it wasn't the $5 kit that I wanted. But yeah, the VIP kit or giveaway this time was this. Again, very similar box, similar format. It is, yes, another keychain that I've just pulled all the foam out of the box for. But it's a piece of Beskar from The Mandalorian. And the backside, which is actually, I didn't know when I picked it up until I looked at it, is like a VIP card. I guess to show you that it's a VIP exclusive, Lego Star Wars. I guess it's just showing that it's a VIP item. But it's very thick, heavy, chunky thing. Yeah, this is the thing, I mean, I've said before, I collect keychains on and off, not like I used to, but I still do. But yeah, this was the big thing for me. This is the one that I wanted to make sure I got. Because that's just, it's cool. I like keychains, I like metal, I like heavy things. That's a nice, awesome little heavy thing. I didn't get the foam back in the box right. There we go. Put the paper back on, we don't want to tarnish it up. And never let it see the sunlight again. Which leaves just one thing, I think it was $160 level. And I don't think any of these are available more. I think they were just up through the 4th. So if you didn't get them, you probably can't now. I mean, maybe if you have a local store that still has some, they'll still throw you in there. But I gotta think between the 1st and the 4th, they probably did sell through. But the last one is Kit 40531, the Lars Family Homestead Kitchen. Why? I don't know. But, I mean, it's the first time we've ever had an Aunt Beru minifigure that I'm aware of, at least an official one. But I don't know if I'll ever open it, because I haven't opened the last couple years' giveaway kits. But it is 195 pieces, so it's not exactly, you know, it's not a tiny, tiny set. Yeah, I'm just looking at, we do have a nice picture of Aunt Beru. I don't remember the kitchen actually being shown in the movie, but clearly there it was. I guess another shelf display. I wonder if, part of it is that, like, will we see more Lars Family Homestead kits? I wonder if the Lars family will show up in Obi-Wan. It seems like they probably should, right? I mean, at some point Obi-Wan has to end up on Tatooine, and we know that they know him, so it would make sense that maybe at some point we'll see more of them, and I get to know them before Luke. I guess it wouldn't be before Luke, but like maybe when they're raising like little baby Luke. We'll see little baby Luke maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. Cuisine de la Famille Lars, Cucina del Hogar. That's probably not the correct pronunciation, is it? De la Familia Lars. And this Aunt Beru. I mean, I feel like if you're going to do an Aunt Beru kit, you do at some point have to do an Uncle Owen kit. So, but maybe that'll be a future promo. Maybe it'll be next year's Star Wars Day. It'll be Uncle Owen in the dining room, and it'll like latch on there, and you'll get a bigger set. I could see them doing that. But that's my Star Wars Day haul so far. That's all the Lego store stuff. But of course, I just received shipping notices yesterday for the Star Wars Day stuff. So that will be a future video. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. I haven't decided. I mean, I haven't received a shipping notice yet for the Mickey Mouse stuff. So that may decide it for me. Let's, see what arrives by next Saturday. But that will wrap up today, because I do need to go out to my local comic book shop, get my free books, and pick up my saver, because I haven't picked it up in since February. So it's probably a little thick. But I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead and give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and then head out to your local comic book shop and give them your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.